we are going to do is have a round of applause. We are officially in 2025. It's a blessing to see another year. 2024 was brutal. I personally felt like I was going into a vortex, a new portal, coming into 2025 mentally, just ready for a reset. And we're here. This is the Content District, so welcome. I'm your host, Chico. And the purpose for this video really is just to clarify some things regarding the mini vlog series. I'm posting up the final episode. And before I do so, I just wanted to address the medical portion of that vlog. I didn't get really in depth with the things I went medically through over there and the tests. And I wanted to do that with this episode because I did a horrible job of vlogging that portion. I just felt like it was a little invasive to have the camera rolling when I was inside the hospital for myself and for the people that were there, also for medical reasons. So I just personally didn't do it. I went out there to get some tests done. I was feeling uneasy about some symptoms, and I wasn't feeling my best. I was going through it. And I didn't have a peace of mind. I didn't have insurance at the moment active, and waiting for my insurance to get reactivated was going to take some time, and I just didn't want to wait because I felt like it was urgent. And this is a side note. If you want to act urgent on a medical issue, just Google your symptoms. Like I Googled my symptoms and it scared the fuck out of me. And I went to Dominican Republic to get checked. I personally didn't want to go through the health system here because, first of all, what the doctor that saw me here was trying to get me to do was a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. And that was going to range me around $2,500 up to $10,000 out of pocket. And they personally didn't even want to bill me out of pocket. They're like, if you don't have insurance, we can't see you until then. So I started looking for other options out here, and the price tags were the same. Anybody that is in the U.S. Knows the health system isn't the greatest for us out here. For those that don't have a great insurance plan, it is a lot to deal with when it comes to out-of-pocket expenses. And I just didn't feel like they were doing a great effort to get me options to get an answer of what was going on with me. So I made a decision, booked a flight, went to the motherland with my father for 7 days, had an amazing time, and got results. Right? I went to a hospital called Imanol, and I kid you not, man, out of pocket, outside of the flight, I spent less than $400 to get everything done. It would have been a little bit more because I didn't get the colonoscopy or endoscopy because the doctors out there were able to get an answer without having to do those tests. They were able to explore other options to my symptoms than just going to the drastic colonoscopy, endoscopy when it came to searching for colon cancer. So that was the whole situation I went out there for. I just didn't do the best blogging it. One, it was the first time using this camera out there. I used the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This thing is amazing. It was my first time using it, so I didn't do a great job. So it wasn't really like a good experience to share when it came to the hospital visits that I was doing because I just didn't feel comfortable recording where I was inside the hospital. There were other patients there. I felt like it was invasive to them and myself. The point is I got all the answers. I spent way less, including the flight, way less to go to Dominican Republic. Medical tourism is becoming very popular as a second option for those that can't afford the health expenses over here in the U.S. So that was explanation for that missing piece when it came to episode number 2. So number 3 is just gonna be a bunch of clips of some of the places I was able to go, some of the things I was able to do, and just exploring my city and Mao with my father. I look forward to, feedback, comments, and if you have any questions regarding, traveling to Dominican Republic to get checked out, you can hit me up. I might be able to point you in the direction with some people that may be able to give you some information that's useful for you personally. If you're in the area close to Mao Valverde, I could definitely help you out and get you some references, some people that can give you some information and guide you to getting checked out. As we get older, it is very important to just be aware of your body and what you're going through and act on it. Be very, very proactive. Right, I have a son, so I'm not playing around. If it's in my power, if it's in my power to make sure that I can prevent something, I'm gonna take action in it. And that was my whole thing with going to Dominican Republic and just getting that resolved. Listen, I was able to do blood work, sonograms, radiography. They did a bunch of tests, gave me pills for clearing up the symptoms I was experiencing. Listen, they did everything. We all saw what happened to the CEO of the United Healthcare. There's a lot of people that are just not happy with the healthcare system here. And personally, if you're like me, you're gonna explore your options before you get into $10,000 of debt, tens and thousands of dollars in debt. If you're like me, you're gonna look for other options before getting into thousands and dollars of debt with health expenses. So if it's something that you are curious about and may need as a second option, definitely explore that. By all means, get it done. So that's just what I wanted to address with this video. Go tune in to episode 3 of the mini vlog series. Enjoy and welcome to the Content District.